How's it going, everybody? It's John Reinhardt here with Reinhardt Group LLC, owner and operator of the Reinhardt Allstate Insurance Agency. Wow, what a mouthful. But yes, here we are. We're back again today, kind of just going over some tips that are going to help you grow your insurance agency, whether it be life and health, personal lines, property and casualty, whatever it may be. These tips, I'm almost guaranteeing you they're going to help you. And this video is referring back to my last video where we discussed the voicemail strategy we have for making phone calls. Check that video out. But towards the tail end of it, it kind of leads into how pretty much anything in a voicemail can be sent in a text message. And it's text messages for me, I would say about half of my policies come from people responding to me back in text. So there is a huge, I feel like overlooked money on the table right there that not a lot of people talk about. When I was doing life and health, a lot of what I was getting, they didn't discuss text messages whatsoever. Not at all. They had a really specific call strategy, but there was no texting strategy at all. And there's a great chance that phone, like a phone number calling you out of the blue and you don't know who it is, there's a great chance that person, where are the majority of eligible decision makers during the day? They're at work. So there's a great chance that phone call, it's not the best time. And when they get that text message, it's a reference point for them to come back to, whether it be a day later, a week later, a month later. I'm not playing. I've had somebody contact me 2 months after I've stopped making contact with them, and they just text me back, yes, opting back into my texting service. You just don't know when somebody is going to get that next insurance bill that is just double what they currently were paying. They don't know why it went up. They're upset, they're angry, or they had a bad claims experience. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna think to themselves like, oh, who can help me with this? Oh yeah, that guy that was texting me. And majority of the time, a lot of people don't delete their text messages. I don't. And they can just type in the search bar, Allstate, or whatever it may be, whatever company you're with, and boom, a text message from 2 months ago can pull up and they can respond back to it. And because there's no way that phone number is still going to be in the phone bank. There's a great chance that your text message will still be in their text bank. So I feel like we've done a great job at establishing the value of text messages. So let's talk about the text message strategy that I have. I'm going to kind of break it down into 3 categories. That hot lead, that day 1, that fresh lead, and then the warm lead, day 2 through 30, and then kind of a cold lead, 30 days plus. So let's start from the top. So starting from day 1, you just got this lead. It's a fresh lead. It's hot. We need to make contact right now. What are we doing? We're making contact. I usually like to do my phone calls first. I'll do a double tap, so we call the customer twice, and that's going to be our next video here. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the call strategy on how I do my calls and how I set things up there. But I hit him with a double tap, not getting a response, so now I'm going to send a text message. So, what exactly does that text message say? You don't want to overwhelm your customer with a paragraph, but you don't want to underwhelm them with a text message that could have come from, just any normal scammer out there. So this is the exact text message that I like to send, and I'm going to use Jessica and her Honda Accord. Good morning, Jessica. This is Jonathan with Allstate working on an insurance quote for the Honda Accord. Is now a good time to talk, or would texting work better? So let's kind of break that text down here a little bit. I have let Jessica know who I am, what company I'm from, so she instantly knows kind of what's going on here. I'm implying urgency by letting her know, like, hey, I'm working on this insurance quote. And I'm also telling her it's for the Honda Accord, so she kind of knows, like, okay, he does at least have some of my information. This guy, whatever agency she submitted her information through, this guy's probably got it. And then the tail end of it, is now a good time to talk, or would texting work better? We're also giving her the option to get into a phone call. She didn't know who it was because she didn't answer the phone calls, but now she does know who it is, and she might just want to do a phone call. Some people, that's what they're about. So you want to give them that option, and they might just call you right then and there, which is great. But then they might also opt into your texting service, which is, that's great too. Either way that you're making contact with the customer, you're putting the ball in their court is what you're doing. You're letting them know who you are, you're implying urgency, and you're giving them the option on how they would like to communicate. You're really giving them all the options that you can possibly give them, which it makes the customer feel good. And I will guarantee you will get more responses than, absolutely not texting them. Or, if your text messages are like, hey, this is John from Allstate, give me a call. You don't want to do that. You want to be professional, and you want to, you know what I mean? You want to imply urgency, and you want to give the customer options. And that's what we're doing with that text message. And then days 2 through 30, which I would consider a warm lead. You got hot leads, warm leads, and cold leads. Warm leads, that 2 through 30. What are we doing? We are sending a text message about every 2 to 4 days. My texting service, I mean, if they have opted into my texting service, I can text them whenever. So usually they get a text every 2 days. If they haven't opted into my texting service, usually every 3 to 4 days, I can send them another text. What does that text look like? You know, we'll use Jessica on her Honda Accord again. Good afternoon, Jessica. This is just Jonathan with Allstate following up with that insurance quote on the Honda Accord. Is now a good time to talk, or would texting work better? And we're going to break that down here again. We're letting Jessica know, hey, we're following up. We're that type of person. Not a lot of people follow up with other people. So we're really kind of we're building value in ourselves there. And then we're doing the same thing. We're letting her know who we are, what company we're with, and then we're giving her the options. Would a phone call or a text message work better for you? So we're putting the ball in her court. We're letting her know who we are. And, you know, we're building value in ourselves by letting her know, hey, I am following up. I'm the type of guy that's going to follow up with you. If you have a problem, I would follow up with you. So that is, you know, not necessarily, days 2 through 30, we're not necessarily implying urgency. Day 1, I mean, that lead probably has quite a few people calling them. We're really trying to imply urgency. Day 2 through 30, it's more so about building value in yourself, because if they're still shopping day 2 through 30, they haven't made a decision. They're looking for the right one is what they're doing. They're looking for that one person that's built value and that they can trust. So that's what we're really trying to do. And it's simple. We're just letting them know, hey, we're following up with them. We're giving them the option to text or phone call. What works better for you? And then we're going from there. And I'm telling you, after a few of those text messages, you would not believe how many people opt into the text service just to see exactly what the quote's going to look like, because quotes are free. It's easy. So yeah, that's how we do days 2 through 30 for warm leads. And cold leads, 30 days plus. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on these leads just because there are other fish to fry. We got more leads coming in. We got more leads that we're buying. We got to keep moving forward, but we do still want to remain a reference point in their subconscious, just like, hey, I'm your guy for Allstate. If you were ever curious about somebody from Allstate, I'm someone that follows up with you. I'm consistent. I mean, a lot of people feel annoying, but it only feels annoying until that person needs you. And when that person needs you, it's not annoying. Next thing you know, you're Superman. You're the guy that you have always been there for me. So just keep that in mind of how quickly things can flip from, oh, you're annoying me, to, wow, I'm so happy you're there for me. Please always keep that in mind. But those leads that are 30 days old, I'm sending them a text message once every 2 weeks, once a month, and I'm following up with them. Good afternoon, Jessica. This is Jonathan with Allstate. Did you get all of your insurance needs met? Did you have any other questions that I could possibly answer for you? And just seeing what they say, and just still, like I said, I want to be a reference point in their subconscious for when they need insurance or they want a better quote, because you don't know when they're going to get that insurance quote that's double what they're paying, or when they have a bad claims experience and they need someone right now, and there you are in their text message bank. So that is what I like to do for those leads that are 30 days old. I like to make sure, did you get all your needs met? If not, can I run a quote for you? And, you know, once every 2 to 4 weeks is when I'm sending those text messages. So that would be my texting strategy for my hot leads, my warm leads, and my cold leads. So I think there is a huge amount of money left on the table by not texting, and I think texting works better than voicemails. So if you're out there leaving voicemails, you know, maybe try switching to the texting and try these methods that I'm giving you. And please comment your experience, and, you know, comment any questions that you do have. I would really, really love to hear your thoughts and opinions on all this. The next episode, we're going to get into the call strategies, what we're going to do, because before every text message that I'm sending, I'm making a phone call. Phone calls, I am not trying to detract away from how important phone calls are. They are so, so important, but I also think texting is too. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode where I give my complete phone call strategy here. Hit that like button. I would so greatly appreciate it. And guys, like I said, comment, you know, questions that you have, check in with me. Where are you coming in from? What are you selling? You know, what are you seeing in your industry? I would love to, you know, communicate and converse with people that are also doing this. I would love to expand my network. You can check me out, John Reinhardt, on LinkedIn. I'm out there. Connect with me if you want to. But like I said, you know, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and we're going to discuss that call strategy. See you then.